You're watching EVH Gear TV. Official Van Halen merchandise for EVH Gear TV is provided by VanHalenStore.com. Now, here's your host from Ontario, Canada, EVH Gear artist Eric Broadbent.
See How is everybody? Fantastic. Got a few people joining me. I was just doing a bit of a technical test tonight. Let me switch cameras here for a moment. You got a few people in the chat. Can everybody hear me okay? I'm hoping my audio... Tell me in the chat if you can hear my guitar with the music in sync. Last time I was doing this, I had a bit of a latency issue where there's delay. So let me know if my guitar seems like it's kind of in time with the audio. Cutter Savage is probably one of the best people to pick that. Actually, we got a bunch of people. The other guitar players joining too. I'll say hi to everybody. Thank you for joining. Not really a show tonight, just a more of a production test. I want to start warming up with this Pinnacle pedal that you saw me playing a second ago from Wampler. I'm loving this pedal. My beautiful Poison Ivy is starting off the chat saying good evening. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday. Constance is here, says drinking at home. Cool. Poison Ivy, thumbs up. Let me see. Cutter Savage says, what's up, everyone? Billy Shelton says, hey, guys. Curtis Murata says, how's it, guys? Poison Ivy, pretty good, having some cold water myself. Yeah, she's a fan of the water now. Cutter Savage, hope you're doing well, Poison Ivy. Yeah, lots of support, folks. I got to say thank you before I say anything further. I did put a video up last week kind of mentioning the troubles Sandra was having, and amazing amount of support that you people have shared. I can't thank you enough, and I've been trying to comment on every single person's comment on there. Very, very kind of what you've done for her and for the family, so thank you very, very much. And a lot of it's helping too. Positive energy goes a very long way. Cutter Savage, good to hear. Paul Glover saying, hey, everyone. Dak Tarson, hey, Eric. Gotta love Wampler. Was talking about the Dakaris earlier today. I see one of them in my future. Yeah, that's a nice pedal. That's a really nice pedal. I'm really digging their stuff. I really do. It's funny when I was talking to the staff at Wampler, and I was saying, a couple of the staff there, including Brian, I said, when I got this pedal, for those of you, I guess you can still see it here in the frame, I said I didn't want to like it. I did not want to like the pedal because, people that know me know I love my MXR 5150 overdrive. It's a pedal that, I got rid of the Friedman BE overdrive because I liked it better. I traded that pedal off, actually, and I love the MXR. But this thing is oh man, it's insane. I'm using it right now. Let's switch over to that camera just for a second. As you can see right now, I'm running on the clean channel of the 5150 100 watt half stack back behind me. You can just see it over my shoulder. Gain is at about 3 o'clock position. Volume is not that high. What I love about it is low, mids, and so I'm going to try to move my hand. Lows, mids, and highs. And the tone of this thing. This thing is amazing, and I'm not keeping this pedal. I want to keep this pedal. I want to keep it so very, very bad. But when I make promises, I try my very best to keep them, and I promise I'm going to give this one away as a prize. So I'm going to do a review on it in a few days, but I'm just trying to spend some time on it, learn it a little bit before I do my demo and look like a fool. I want to learn the ins and outs of the pedal, every single aspect of it, and then I'm going to give it away. But I'm absolutely loving it. It's so cool. So I'm going to probably play a few songs tonight just for fun. This is more or less a production test, but if you want to hang in and have some fun on a Saturday evening with me, you're more than welcome to stay. And the YouTube tends to be a nice little hangout for, stress relief for the week or weekend or whatever it may be. Had a crappy work week, you can come and hang and we'll talk about it, whatever. It's, Joe, who was I sent it with today? I forget someone was sending me a comment, or I might have commented on YouTube. I said, I think it was a YouTube comment, said it's almost like this channel and a lot of channels, not just my channel, many channels, every channel can be, a group support system, and then we mix in some music for fun. So we'll look at it that way. You guys can all come here and we'll be our group support system, and then we'll go around the room, we'll introduce ourselves and that kind of fun stuff. Let's see where I left off in the chat. Oh, good. Daktar says loud and clear. Paul Glover says sounds ripping, Eric. Thank you. I'm really glad. I bumped it down a little bit in production quality as far as going out, like the bandwidth. So I think my computer was tasking a little too much. Let me see here. Curtis Marta says, sounds good. Keep on keeping Ivy. I hope you're feeling better. Poison Ivy's really enjoying the positive feedback. And me too. Constance says, prayers for your Poison Ivy. I think Poison Ivy thinks I'm crazy sometimes because I'm one of those guys that, trust me, I get negative, I get down in the dumps sometimes too and don't believe in positive energy and stuff like that. For the most part, I think positive energy can be a very, very powerful tool. And, just by being positive around here, having all our friends and family here in the chat and that are supporters of the show with all this positive energy, like the video that I put up, it's probably the most commented on video that I have on YouTube. And I swear to God that had something to do with her progress, her, getting over some of this. She's never going to get over 100%, but she's going to get through it as best as she can. And it has a lot to do with you guys. So thank you so very much. Let me see here. Home recording made easy. Hey everyone, hope all is well. And also saying, hope you're feeling well. And she's saying, hey, not bad, thank you. So yeah, I'm for people that are just joining now, I'm working on the Pinnacle Deluxe version 2. And as a Van Halen fan, obviously it looks like I'm a Van Halen fan playing one of these guitars. It's hard not to be a Van Halen fan playing one of these. But I'm trying to learn the pedal, and people may say, well, Eric, it's a distortion pedal. It's how hard is it to learn? It's not hard to learn. I just want to learn the mechanics of it and learn the feel of it before I do my demo on it this week. I'm a little bit behind on some demos. I just finished the one on Positive Grid, the bias pedal, which I thought was pretty cool, the bias distortion. And this one I'm going to put my heart and soul into because I love this pedal, and I'm going to very happily give it away to somebody as a prize. So it's got to figure out how to do that. Maybe it'll just be a random comment on the video on YouTube or something of the sort. And yeah, home recording says, I'd love to see the Wampler compared to the MXR. I don't want to go on the record yet and say this one beats it, because you know how much I love that MXR, and I was very, very close before when I had the BE overdrive in, and the MXR beat it by a mile. So I tossed it aside and got no, actually I just removed it from my board and got rid of the other one. This one here could be, man, it could replace it. I don't know. It's a tough one right now. I like it. It's nice and buttery. I love it. And the funny thing is, I've been having this conversation with a few of my guitar player friends, Jay Parmer being one. Gary Hoey was on the show last night, and we were talking about reverb and how Gary's he's taking off the reverb. He's more of a delay guy now, and adding reverb in the mix and things like that. And it's going to be very hard for me to get rid of the reverb. As you can hear right now, I have a very wet mix. Like, there's quite a bit of reverb. I'm not sure how much is translating to YouTube here at the moment, but it's pretty wet back there. And by getting rid of reverb, your guitar will cut through a lot more. And it's a crutch for me. It is. I'll be honest. I'll admit there's a crutch. Let's change back to camera because you don't need to see the pedal at this point. It's a crutch for me. And I like it. But and it's the wrong time for me to be quitting reverb because I've got a couple reverb pedals coming in. Right now I'm using the Boss RV5 back there on the board, which has been my favorite reverb pedal of all times. And I've got two more reverb pedals coming in very, very soon. I've got the Boss RV500, which is the kind of in the same line of pedals as the DD500, which you're hearing my delay back there from Boss. And I've also got the MD500, which is a modulation engine from Boss coming. And Strymon is sending me the Big Sky reverb. So probably the wrong time to get out of liking reverb. So bear with me. And as Jay Parmer would say, the Reverb Anonymous support group, I'll be joining that group probably sometime soon, but it's not going to be in the immediate future. So not the right time for me to get out of reverb. Let's go back to the chat and see what we got there as well too. And yeah, I agree with the home recording. Says would love to see that comparison. So I will do that. I'll do a shootout before I get rid of this pedal, and maybe I'll do a blind ear test, and you can tell me which one is which. And I'd love to see people. I will probably, if I was taking that test, I may not know either, but we'll do an A/B comparison and a blind test, and you can pick it. Les Bellin's joining. Lots of guitars, he's saying, showing lots of guitars, avatars, or emoticons. Cutter Savage, hey Les. Let me see. Home recording says, just picked up the EP boost pedal, waiting for it to come in. How are you using it in the 5150? I was mentioning that last night on the show with Gary Hoey, because he has one as well too. And he's using it, I think he says he's using it in the front of the amp. I've used it in the front of the amp, and I'm using it through the loop, and it's on right now, I believe. Yes, it is. It never turns off. Depending on how I turn my power on to my board, usually the last pedals I had on will remain on. So it is on right now. I use it in the loop. It's my second last pedal before the delay. And I absolutely 100% love that pedal. It's when I did a video on that one as well too. I'm not sure if you saw it way back, but the demo and review of the Exotic Effects EP Booster. And I said it's one of those, Poison Ivy told me my exact words. She heard me say it so many times it was stuck in her brain. It was the Mojo pedal, or the secret sauce, I think I called it, or what do they call that thing? Something like that. It's one of those pedals where you don't necessarily hear it, but when you turn it off, you notice something is missing. So it's one of those things you just have to have. I think I call it like this, the Mojo pedal, the one Mojo pedal you have to have. So it's definitely one to have. Great. And I don't put any gain on it whatsoever, just strictly at the nominal gain at 0, and I just use it as a boost. And I use the dip switches in it set at the factory. And I know that's boring for people that aren't guitar players. I know most of the people here in the chat are guitar players, but in other words, I use it right from factory, no volume on it, plug it in and go, and it's running through the loop, and it sounds great. And one of people you've seen on the show here that you like, and one of my friends, Rob Cunningham from Daddario, he's got the pedal as well too. And I think he said he was running it in the front, and he's going to try it through the loop. He's coming on the show very, very soon here in July, so in the next few weeks. We'll ask him about that and what his findings are on the EP booster and the loop. Let's jump back over to, hey, we've got Bruce joining us. Got a couple other people too. Bruce says, hey, Poison, Eric, and Poison Ivy. Timothy Pierce, hello, Eric, Poison Ivy, and everyone. I wish I could have been here for Gary Hoey. I met him a few shows over the years. Gary's a really nice guy. I love Gary Hoey, man. I mean, I'm telling you, had some chats with him off the air last night before and after the show, and just the things the man says is just beautiful. I'm becoming a good friend of him. He's a big fan of Eric Jr. here, which is cool, and he's a fan of family, so he's a real family man. But I was learning a lot of stuff from him last night. As a matter of fact, I was just working on Dust and Bones. I love that song of his. I haven't got the opening riff down 100% yet, but the something like this. I love that riff. He was showing us that riff last night, and it's so cool. It's always nice to pick Gary Hoey's brain. So one of my favorite guests of all times for sure. And he's going to have a hole in his tour again just before the new year, before he goes off to the rock cruises and rock and roll cruises, whatever they call those, and stuff like that too. So we'll have him back again too. I'll ditch these headphones for a minute because having one ear blocked, I can't hear anything. Let me see here. Cutter Savage says, miss Gary as well. Power went out and couldn't use my dad. I can't wait to watch it. You know, it's funny too. Just when I made the call to Gary to bring him on the show, I heard thunder over here overhead. We had a storm coming in, and our small little Mayberry town that we live in, I swear to goodness, it's like the town is powered on like 12D batteries. And whenever there's thunder, it just like rain, thunder, it goes out. So I thought, oh, of all times, I do not want to lose power is when I bring Gary Hoey or any guest on the show. So it was fun, but no problem. Go back and watch the replay. And a lot of people enjoyed it, as I did as well too. I don't get to enjoy the show as much hosting the show as I do sometimes getting a chance to watch it back, because there's so many things I'm doing behind the scenes to make sure everything's working that sometimes I'm sure I'm hearing what everyone's saying, but at the same time, sometimes it goes in one ear and out the other, and I have to rewatch it back to take it all in. And sometimes I'm like, wow, I didn't even remember that being said. So it's very, very cool. I obviously try to be a perfectionist and making sure everything goes good for you guys, the viewers. So very, very cool. Let me see here. Noobs is joining us, says, hi guys and gals. Constance says, my husband says, hi Poison, best wishes from us both. I think Constance is a new subscriber, so thank you for subscribing. We just broke the 3,300 mark last night. That was kind of nice. I was very happy to see that. Cutter Savage, Killer Black and White EVH, by the way, thank you. And you know what, I was saying last night too on with Gary Hoey, it's I'm not knocking any of my other guitars, and you guys know that back there I'm trying to point the right direction, which is there, the purple standard, excuse me, that's been my favorite guitar, is my favorite guitar of all my guitars I own. However, Comfort Zone, I'm finding the Stripe series right now, just the profile of the neck. There's a when I'm playing the, especially the standard has more of a like a broom handle type of profile on the neck. You can strangle that neck, kind of like some of the old Kramers, and the specials are just a little different. And I'm finding in my hand, right around in here, I get a severe, I don't want to say pain, but a discomfort holding the neck at certain points. And I'm getting old, and maybe arthritis is setting in and things like that too. But the profile on the Stripe series, this is more what I've been used to as growing up my whole life with with different Stratocasters and things like that. This thing is now making me really, really enjoy it. So I want to kind of stay in the Stripe series for a while. Just it's a better comfort zone. Now, that being said, I'm finding myself always reaching for a toggle switch to change to another pickup, and I don't have one. So, as the balancing act, you got to, juggle between two pickups and one pickup and comfort, whatever. And trust me, I'm not saying the other guitars hurt me. It's just you want to play where the mojo is, and this right now is where the mojo is, and I'm really enjoying it. I like the sound of it, and that pedal sounds pretty darn good. Let's go back to the chat. Poison Ivy says thanks so much. Let me see here. Bruce is joining us. Did I say hi to Bruce? And I think I missed Tone Bolts as well too. Hello Poison Ivy. Great to see you on deck for sure. And it's past her bedtime, so Poison Ivy, whenever you feel you got a jet. Cutter Savage says, haha, 12D batteries. Let's have some fun and cue up some more music here. Let's, if you guys don't mind. And like I say, it's more of a production test tonight, but hey, I'll stay on as long as you guys want, and we'll just have some fun. And the nice thing is about this stuff, it's my music, so I can play it and don't have to worry about anything. It's really funny. One time, way back, this goes back probably, I think it wasn't even on this channel. When I had my other channel, it was the band's channel, Finding Core. It wasn't that one, because I had that channel and one of my own personal ones, and I played one of my songs, jamming on the air kind of thing. And I got a copyright strike, and I'm like, it's my music. I wrote I am the composer of the music, and I had to argue with YouTube that I was the composer of the song. So that was kind of funny. I got flagged in one of my own songs, so that's pretty cool. And Cutter Savage says, yeah, certain neck profiles hurt your hand or hit your hand a certain way, and that one spot, totally get it. Yeah, you know who said that best too? Ian Thornley. Ian Thornley, when he was on the show, he's been on the show a couple times, but he was on just a few weeks ago, and when he was saying he had moved over to Sewer guitars, he was talking about the neck, and you know, Ian Thornley has monster hands. Like, it was like my hand times 2, and I have large hands. And he said there's a certain spot on the guitar, and you wouldn't think a neck could hurt that man, but there's a spot that was just hurting his palm somewhere, and with the Sewer made him a certain neck that alleviated that, and that's why he's with that company. So very, very cool. So Cutter, yeah, you get it for sure. And Bruce says, jam up, brother. Okay, I'm going to queue up a few more songs. I don't really want to switch guitars. I don't have to, because it just means I have to get out of my chair. Oh, Timothy Pierce has a very good question. Has that striped been food-toned? This one has been food-toned, everything except for springs. I ran out of black noiseless springs. So, just to go with the rundown, I have the chrome, I shouldn't say chrome, stainless steel locking nuts. I have all the titanium, try to get it in from the mic stone, all the titanium string lock blocks, stainless steel string locks, stainless steel saddle mounts, obviously the D-tuna, the back, try to show you the back. Got the brass block. The only thing I'm missing is the black noiseless springs. That's my personal favorite, is the black noiseless springs. I keep my guitar tuned down to E flat. I find 2 black springs is great for me, so I'll be putting those on right away. I've got some extra red ones from Adam here, but they're too strong for me. I like to, and this actually, the way I've got it set up right now, this trim is a little stiffer than all my other guitars. Not to the point where I have to fight with it. My other guitars, I can take one finger and do a whammy bar dive and still have it flush on the body, and I like that. I like to do that spongy kind of feel, but this one isn't that way yet. Probably with the black springs I'll find that, because it'll be a little bit less tension, and that's fun for me. Constance says, my husband just said, has a guitar be better if he knew how to play it, or guitar would be better if he knew how to play it. Hey, there's lots of lessons online, lots of good stuff. I'm constantly watching people online, lessons, tutorials. There's a lot of free stuff, and then there's things you can buy too. Obviously, different places that have very, very good tutorials. Just watch a lot of people, download them, save them to your favorites, and just go back and forth. It's, don't put pressure on yourself and just learn stuff slowly. I'm still trying to learn Eruption my whole life, and I'm finally about ready to give up on it, because it's been done so good by so many people that I'm not going to make any impression on it. So I just want to learn a couple more parts in it that I'm not doing right. Cutter Savage, D-tune included with the guitar or added later? Yes, the D-tune comes stock on this guitar. Actually comes stock on all the Stripe series. Bruce says that guitar is a work of art. I do love it a lot. You know what I was saying to Eric tonight? Eric Jr.? Now, you guys, some of the people that don't get it totally might think this is sacrilegious, but what I'd like to do is I'd like to get another one of these, and it'd probably be the black and white one, just because I'd feel a little bad painting over red, white, and black striped or something. I'd like to get another one of these and paint it to the color of my liking, and not a striped. I mean, just one of my own colors, like a solid color or maybe some kind of neat thing. And I'd like to route it out, because I love this guitar so darn much. Put in possibly a single coil in the middle and a humbucker in the neck, a 5-way toggle on here, possibly a tone knob. Now, people would say, why don't you just go to get a San Dimas or something? Sure, I could do that, and I could probably find everything I want. I just like this guitar. I like this guitar a lot, and I'm thinking about doing that in the future, getting one more of these, paint it to my liking, and add those other add-ons. And I think, man, that'd be a dream guitar. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. It'd be a lot of fun. Junior and I will paint it together. So let's cue up some music here. I've got one queued up. We can do this one right now. Do I fall silent? Let's, okay, let's tune back up. Pop the D-tune in. All right, okay, let's try that. Let's roll this microphone back, take a quick sip, refreshment. Les says, what size is the block? Now, this one, I think 42, or it might be the 37L. I always get them confused. I think it's a 36, because it's not a contour top, it's got to be the 37. And I think Adam Reaver would confirm that 37L block. I'm almost 99% sure on that one. I can research that tomorrow and let you know, but I'm pretty sure. So thank you. Good question on that one. Okay, let's go through this. We're going to do a couple of my own songs. That way I don't get YouTube flags, which is good. We don't want that. All right? I want to keep YouTube happy. And then you people are happy because I have content that doesn't get pulled. All right, so let's go do that right now. Roll this back. Okay, so I totally messed up my solo. I didn't even remember it. I wasn't even in the same postal code or zip code as that solo. I was doing something totally different. But that's kind of a style. I don't know where that goes to. Maybe some a little bit of Richie Blackmore type stuff with some Slash mix in there. I was inspired by a lot of stuff when I wrote that. That's a little bit of Judas Priest influence there, not breaking the law. It was one, Another Thing Coming. A little bit of that. You can tell I was influenced by that, writing that stuff. My two albums, Silence and 5210, there's a complete difference. The first record was more written by a really good songwriter. I think a much better songwriter than me. Todd, our original singer, but there was not much guitar in that album. The second record, 99.9% of it was written by me. I don't think I'm near the songwriter he is, but I got to embellish a lot of the guitar a little bit, so there's a lot of fun, a lot of things like that. On Silence, you're only going to find a couple songs that have some solos. So let's go back to the chat, and I'll keep playing a little bit more. Thanks for your patience with me, too. Cutter Savage says, I feel a solo coming on. Thank you. Les Bellins, give him thumbs up. Bruce says, I'm impressed every time I hear you play, even though I know you're good. Thank you. I appreciate that. And Cutter Savage says that was awesome. Am I still somewhat in sync, guys? I hope so. With the tunes, I hope so as well. Okay, I'm going to queue up some more songs here as well. I'm going to have some fun with this. Everything's going good so far, so why not keep it rolling? What else can I do? Is anything? I can't play anything that's in standard pitch because this guitar is not in standard pitch. Cutter says, yeah, the Blackmore bends like Smoke on the Water. So yeah, thank you. I could see that. Very intricate bends in that one. Yes. Very cool. All right, let's now I'm not going to use a wah pedal on this because my pedal board is behind me and I don't want to drag it out because I know I'm going to cause a problem if I do that. I'm going to move over microphones or I'm going to knock something over. So, and we know what happens when I knock stuff over here on the show. I did that a while back too. All right, let's try Loaded Gun. So there won't be any wah pedal on it, but we'll have some fun with this one, all right? And this is the older version, which is the down in half step, so it's a little bit more dynamic and a little bit darker. Let's give it a try. Indeed, Cutter Savage. That is the EVH Gear TV theme song. It was at one time. That was the opening riff to all the stuff like that. And I missed my good friend Darren Moore. I know he jumped in there somewhere. Where did I see that? That's why I was smiling at it. I gave the thumbs up. I know I missed him. He came in. Where was Darren Moore? I missed Darren Moore. He came in and he said, comes in at the same time that, where was it? That's one of his favorite songs. And I missed you. I know, Darren. I saw your comment there somewhere. There he is. He says, "Hey, Eric, playing my favorite song as I jump on." I didn't want to miss my buddy, man. You're all my buddies, but I didn't want to miss somebody. That's for sure. Very cool. What else have I got here? That's a fun one to play. Let's try. I think I played "Runaway," didn't I? I played that at the beginning of the song, and there wasn't too many people on when I played that one, so I could play that one again. Let's give that one a try right now because it's fun, and that's got that really cool harmonic. That's when I drop D, and I do a really neat. Let's get back off the screen for a second. I do a quick percussive thing, and I pull off very fast with a harmonic, and it makes a really cool effect. All right, let's try that one again. And Cutter Savage says that solo was so tasty. Thank you. And with the wah pedal sells that solo. But if I can make it sound good without the wah pedal, then it's not too bad. So I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you. There's a good video I have on the channel too. Is way back, like the spring or summer, like last year, 2016. I did a wah pedal shootout, the EVH wah versus the Vox V847, and I took two different versions of that solo. One using the Vox, one using the EVH, and you get to hear what the wah sounds on the solo sounds like. And it's a really cool video. Check it out if people are trying to debate which pedal to get, or they want both of them or whatever. I think it's a good, honest review. So let's try some Runaway. Let's try that one. Have some fun with that one. All right, and then we'll go into some older stuff. We'll have some fun with that. How's that sound? Okay, here we go. That one is fun to play. And here again, too, a lot of my songs I'm using certain effects on the record to really pronounce a solo. And that one there, I'm using a really, really fast Leslie, and so you didn't get the full effect of the solo. So when I'm doing this part here, it goes... I'm sorry. No, that's wrong. And then I would turn it off, but there's a real fast warble to that, and it really adds kind of a Tom Morello Rage Against the Machine effect to it. It sounds really, really cool. So you probably heard it somewhat in there, but that wasn't me doing it because I don't have that effect that's back there on the board. But tonight's just going to be strictly playing the stuff raw and more or less trying to show off the power of this Pinnacle Deluxe pedal. So very, very cool. A couple comments there too. Les Bellin says, great, Eric. Can I come over for a lesson? So inspirational. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's nice to hear that's inspiring. More than happy to show you some things. I'm not a great teacher. I used to teach years ago. I had many students as a kind of a late teen, early adult. Haven't taught in years, but if I could show you some things on Skype, be more than happy to. Timothy Pierce says, great song. I have the Futon Black Springs and a few of my guitars as well on the Wampler pedal. Is that a delay and reverb? No, actually, you're thinking of probably the ethereal. I think that's how you pronounce it. That's a delay and reverb. Let's switch back to that screen for a second. It's strictly a overdrive and boost. Now, one thing I haven't shown yet tonight is I'll show you the boost function. So I'm using it on the clean channel of the 5150 100 watt right now. Sounds pretty nice. So let's turn off that overdrive. So there's a boost function as well too. So over on the boost function, you can go between boost and gain. So listen to this just on boost. I know that light is blinding on you there on the camera, but so you can use it just as a nice boost. I know I'm maxing out the audio there. It's probably clipping the speakers and giving you a headphone trauma there, but just the boost function is very, very cool. Then going back over to the overdrive section, you can go between a vintage and a modern. So the modern you'd think would be like it's kind of like your Messes and all those boutique type amplifiers, and vintage is exactly what that is. Your older ones, your Marshalls and things like that. Now, the cool thing you would do with in case like that, you would use more on modern, and this sounds funny saying this, but you'd use it on a modern on something like a Fender Hot Rod Deluxe or a Fender, anything like that, Voxes and things like that. You'd use more in the modern, and it kind of sounds like it'd be the opposite way. You'd think, okay, if I'm using a vintage amp, I want to go with the vintage setting, but the modern will give you a bit of extra treble. So let's keep it on vintage for a minute. Let's give you a couple chords. See, you hear that at the high end? Like, it's just insane. So if you're going to keep it in the modern, you're going to want to roll your treble back. So I'll try to get it compensate there a little bit. I like it in the vintage. I like to keep my treble up about here. And the EQ on this thing is insane active. Like, I like my mids cranked, and on any pedal, any amplifier, I take the mids and I dime them right off the get-go. But this one here, I don't think I can even max the mids because it's too much mids for me, and you'll never hear me say that twice. Although I think I just proved myself wrong. That sounds pretty sassy. Okay, I lied. I like it dimed. It's full. Doesn't that sound nice? love it. I love this pedal. Who's ever going to win this pedal when I give this away is going to be very, very happy. I'm not going to be crying when I stick it in the post box to send it. So, yeah, it's going to be sad. Let me see here. So, I could talk gear and guitars all day long. Thank you, Gear TV. That's U2U. I think if I'm pronouncing that right. That's a new name I haven't seen on the channel much. If you haven't subscribed, U2U, please do. It'd be great. It'd keep those numbers climbing. It's more people I get to hang with and share with the family here, have some more conversation every week. Timothy Pierce says, oh, okay, I thought I heard some delay and reverb earlier. Yeah, you are hearing it for sure. What you're hearing back there is I do have reverb and delay back in the rig, and I have the exotic EP booster that I was mentioning to a couple other people earlier as well, too. Okay, let's go see what we else got for tunes here. Let's try. I'm not going to play anything clean. Well, I can, but so I got to step on the pedal and stuff, and it's a little tricky. Let's try Only You. This one I don't play too much, and man, it's amazing. It's amazing how slow I played the song on the record. When I played the song with the band live, we played it probably 5 times faster than this. So wish me luck on this one. This one's kind of fun. And Curtis Murata says, oh, now I need a Pinnacle. It's a great pedal. It's a great pedal. Okay, let's try that one, all right? We're going to go over to the screen here. Oh, good. Okay, great. Thank you. U2U says already subscribed. Thank you. Appreciate that. I just haven't seen you a lot, and sometimes the names go by so fast in the chat too. It's really, really hard. And if I ever miss you, please don't think I'm slighting you. It's hard to watch all the different screens, especially on show night. It's a lot easier tonight because it's not a lot of things I have to worry about as far as screens and stuff like that. So, Amsterdam. I don't know if I know Amsterdam that much anymore. A lot of that stuff, you know what? I don't know Amsterdam, but I used to play some of that stuff with 5150. One of the things I used to... Sounds like I'm a little bit out of tune. Obviously, that's not Amsterdam, but that's stuff from that record. Fun. It's been a long time. UTU says, your channel rocks, man. Learned a lot the past few months coming on here. Very informative. Thank you. And Timothy Pierce taking off, heading out to see you later. And I'm going to be heading out soon, too. I've probably overstayed my welcome. But let's go over to another screen, play a couple more songs, and then we'll call it an evening. How does that sound? Alberto 5150 says that was sweet. And obviously, you got your typical... Oh, that's bad. Okay, let's try Only You. There, a little bit of a medley of a couple songs there. How'd you like that one? Go back over a couple comments. I'm sweating my butt off in here, which is a really, really good thing. Normally, I don't like to be sweating when I'm doing a talk show, but I love to be sweating when I'm playing guitar because my body temperature is good, and the hands are feeling very, very good tonight, and not a single bit of pain on the upper palm there, like I was saying I was getting in some of the guitars. This guitar feels really good tonight, and she's performing very, very well. Being a very good girl tonight. So thank you, Mr. Stripes or Mrs. Stripes, however, whatever gender. I shouldn't say the genders. I want to get in a gender warrior. But we always talk about our guitars like our girls, right? So maybe I shouldn't go there. Alberta 5150 says, digging that tone, pound cake from U2. Singing some lyrics. Les Bellin says, Eric rocks, thank you. Constance says, you're good, thank you. Alberta, that was bitchin'. U2 says, UTU says, guitarist on the screen, folks, plays from the hip and wings it. For sure, totally do. I like to improvise a lot. Bradley Love says, love this, Eric's rocks. Vintage Sound says, Eric, AVH gear rules, thank you. Vintage Sounds, Eric and Ivy. And I think Poison Ivy may have ducked off to sleep, which is a very good thing, and I hope she has, because she needs to get her sleep for her health. Alberta 5150 says, that was sweet. And Nemtal says, use reverb if you want. Why listen to others? Go with the sound you like. Yeah, and you know the only reason why I'm not trying to follow trends, because I love reverb, and I just want to see if I can get my sound a little bit more defined and in the mix. And pulling the reverb out will do that. However, like I said earlier in the broadcast, I got several reverb pedals coming in next week, so now is not the time to quit reverb. So maybe in a few months. What else have I got on the agenda here that I can play for you? I guess I could play a clean one and then go in. I can reach over here and hit the pedals. Let's try Pass You By. This is a fun song. It's a pretty song. I really, really like this song. This one's a very pretty song, and I normally would use one of my Wolfgangs with dual pickups, and I go to the neck pickup for the clean part. But you know what? Let's this is as raw as it gets tonight. I'm not controlling my effects from here, or only distortion, and I like it. That's probably good volume right about there. Curtis Murata says, Eric, thank you for giving us a place to hang. You have a lot of good peeps here. All of you rock. I agree 100%. Honestly, I'll be 100% honest. I like going live sometimes just because I get to see the people pop up and I get to talk to you guys and girls. It's a lot of fun. That is my honest reason why I like doing it. And everything else is just icing on the cake. It is a kind of a support group for all of us. We just get to hang and talk and have some fun. And then every once in a while, there's some music too. In tonight's case, there's a lot of music, a lot of discussion too. And Alberto says, I love reverb. I use a lot of it when playing SRV. Yes, for sure. I was having some fun tonight with this one riff. I wish I could come up with it again. Get the distortion again. There's kind of a nice little fun. I was having really fun with that. I might do something with that. Just a typical little blues jam. But really, it was a lot of fun. That's fun. All right. Let's get back to reality. Something I can do a little bit better when Okay, this is a pretty song. So what this song is about is whether you're a teenager or whether you're in a nursing home and you're 90 years old and, you know, life is, your clock is ticking and it's getting a little closer, or you're a middle-aged person like myself, never think that your life is gone and be thankful for what you have. It's called Pass You By. So just never take your life for granted. And lately, with Poison Ivy's health being as bad as it has been, like, it's nothing terminal. We don't have to worry about anything like that. But it was a very bad scare. And it's made me live every single day for today. And like I say, it's nothing to worry about. Not she's going to be gone tomorrow by any means. But it's made me appreciate every minute I have with her and the family. Makes me appreciate every time I play the guitar. Makes me every time I appreciate going for a walk down the street. So yeah, that's, if you can kind of take the song here, now that I've given you a little bit of pretext, and think about that. That's how I'm in that zone right now. So don't let your life pass you by. And this is kind of a pretty song. I'd like to play you the proper pitch version. It's just because it has so much more emotion. But we'll play it with this one, and you'll get the gist of it. There's 2 versions of this song, and they're both good. I just think one is better. So let's give this a try. You've heard this before, all right? But we'll try it again. And bear with me as I switch with my hands over to the pedal. All right, here we go. No, I'm pretty happy with that. That's a Stripe Series guitar. It's one pickup. It's a humbucker. no effects other than what's back there on the board. I'm quite happy with how that went. That was fun. It's a really pretty song, and I really love the escalation. My favorite part of that whole song is this little build up here. I call it the hook of the song. Oh, I messed it up now. When I try to analyze my own stuff. Song. Let's go back to a lot of comments. Let's go back to that. Let me see here. So Alberto says, I love Reaver. Okay, so I mentioned that, yeah. U2U says that Purple Wolfgang is banging, plus a new mod you put in it. Futon, I believe. Yes. Full, just like this guitar. Every guitar I have in the house, other than the White Wolfgang. Can you see the White Wolfgang back there? And you know what I'm going to do? Just for fun, because that one should be tuned to pitch. I'm going to play a couple songs that are tuned to pitch for you, and you get to see me play that guitar, and I never play that guitar. The only thing that's, I don't have any Futon products in that one other than the D-tuner on that guitar. So let's grab that one and have some fun with some tune to pitch stuff. And let me see here. I'll just mention a few more comments before I get up. And I'm going to jump out of here right away too. Constance says, music stress reliever. I agree. Alberto says, tomorrow's going to be playing with a band for the first time. Any tips? Okay, good question. So are you playing publicly for money, or like for you doing a show, whatever? Different tips, I'd say keep your volume low on stage. If you have a sound man, the best thing you're going to do to win over a sound man right away is keep your on stage volume low. Let him or her mix you really good in the mix. If you're not going to have a sound man, even still, keep your volume at a good level. The worst thing that can happen to a band playing for some of the first times, or any time for that matter, is having crazy on stage level, because you know, we as guitar players and bass players and things like that, and keyboard players, can turn our volume up with their amplifiers and more and more and more. You got your poor singer dead center in the middle of the stage, and he or she is at the mercy of the sound man, and they could be on max depending on the PA system that you could have. So keep your on stage volumes low. Get a nice tone. Don't make it too buzzy and chainsawy. Get a nice mid mix. So especially if you're the single guitar player, lots of mids, you'll cut right through. I'd be more than happy to pick you can pick my brain. You have me on Facebook, I believe, so message me on Facebook and tell me what your setup is like and what you're up against, and I'd be more than glad to give you a few more potential tips, because I don't know your situation. No, just a jam session at a house, but we do have a PA system. Okay, then you know what? Go into it, just have some fun. You're going to make mistakes. We all make mistakes, and instead of getting mad at yourself, just like you saw me, I shook my head and I laughed and everything like that. There was a time when I would make mistakes and I would curse myself and I'd be like so mad, and people would feed off of that. Whether you got people just coming over to watch you jam at the house, or you're actually playing at a bar, club, that you got to have fun. The more you have fun, even with your horrible mistakes that we all make, when you laugh at it, they're going to laugh at you, and they don't even realize the mistake. They just remember the humor that they had watching you, and your bandmates will have that same thing too. It's very infectious. So best thing, go into it tomorrow. Don't think it's gonna. Don't praise the rehearsal as the end all be all rock concert. Just go have fun, jam. And another tip I will give you, a huge tip: record yourself. Whether it's a GoPro up in the corner or a cassette player, people still use cassette players. I don't care how you do it. Your phone. Record yourself, and record yourself at every practice, because you're going to walk out of a practice and you're going to say, oh man, I didn't like this, and then you're going to hear one thing that you did. You're going to say, what the heck? Like, how was I playing that? And it's going to inspire you. So maybe that's my biggest tip: record yourself. There'll be some bad moments. There's going to be some good ones as well too. And I'll be honest with you, I'll use myself as an example. Coming out of a lot of rehearsals, I think I had more bad moments than good moments, but those good ones become treasures down the road. So record yourself. Hopefully that was a little bit of help for you, I hope. Let me see here. Les Bellin says, live for the day. I agreed. Vintage Sound says, Eric is in the zone tonight. Awesome. Steve Anderson, Alberto 5150, tapping your foot to the rhythm of the song yourself is something I do to stay in tune with the time of the band. Agreed. I do it here a lot of the times too. A lot. Very, very good. Find that tempo and just stay with it. Let me see here. If I get time, I don't want to jump in front of anyone. Could I hear something from the Beatles, Revolution? I don't think I know Revolution, but I used to do a Day Trip a little bit. This probably sounds a little bit nice for us from over there. you go. There's some Beatles. Keep it synergy, Alberto. You'll do fine. I agree. Alberto, you have a lot of people rooting for you tomorrow. You're gonna have a killer rehearsal. It's gonna have fun. And thank you for the sound tips, and truly thank you on the band tips. Not a problem. All right, I'm going to actually go grab the cartoon guitar. Let's go have a look at that one. All right, so let's see if we're in, I think I'm in standard pitch with this one. Oh, Bruce is back. I don't play this guitar hardly at all, but it's getting a little bit more life now. So I'll give you the lowdown on this one. So this is a PV EVH Wolfgang Special, which is American made. It's a 1997 patent pending. You can see the probably try to show you the logo on the back somewhere. Try to get that on there. There's a serial number someone will steal and they'll make a copy of it. So it's patent pending. So it wasn't even a patent on this one yet. And this one's spray painted at white. It was a black one. It actually went red, white, and black stripe for a while. And then I spray painted the white and let all the kids do little spots on it with colored Sharpies. And then I did a clear coat over top so the drawings will never wear off. So it's very special for many, many reasons. And I figured, you know what? I don't have hardly any of my guitars in the house here are tuned to standard pitch because I play a lot of the old Van Halen stuff. And my own music is always written in a half step down. So I figured, the only one I had in the house that was tuned up was my my PV Wolfgang, the hardtail that you see, the amber one, and I'd like to have a whammy bar once in a while. And some of these guitar lesson videos I've purchased and I'm working on too, they're in standard pitch, and it's nice to have a whammy bar, to be able to do this stuff and be in the proper pitch. Because people that know when you tune down your other guitars to a half step down, you tune back up and you got your bridges going crazy and all that kind of stuff. So here's a guitar I use just as my go-to rehearsal guitar when I'm doing standard pitch stuff. So Quentin James is joining. Hey, fantastic. Steve Anderson. Hey, Bruce, man. Bruce is back. And Steve Anderson says, still no email from the shop from the EVH Switch 150 guitar, still pacing. I was actually just speaking to my reps at EVH directly at the headquarters. It's about 3 or 4 days back. And I'm not saying your particular guitar is back order, but there's a back order in that situation right now that the guitars are selling way better than they ever anticipated, and obviously good reasons why. It's a great guitar. I'm waiting to get one here as well too. So let's try something. Let's play the Loaded Gun version. This one really kicks. So you heard me play Loaded Gun a little while ago. Let's play this one tuned to standard pitch, and this one has a lot more oomph. Is that the word that we're looking for? And let me just see what happened here. All right, there she comes. Let's just see if I'm in tune with it, because I thought I tuned this guitar to concert pitch the other day. If not, I'm not going to bother wasting time tuning. Let's try it and see. Yep. All right, she works. And you know what? I know I'm doing good tonight because I'm actually starting to bleed a little bit from the fingernail, so that's actually cool. I'm doing okay. All right, so let's try Loaded Gun. This is a concert pitch version, a much better dynamic, and I think a better vocal on this one. So give this a try, and I am going to wrap up soon for sure. But I'm having lots of fun with you. All right, so let's give this a try. I'm thirsty as heck. It's hot in here, but this feels really good. So I'm actually pretty happy with how that sounded too, because I'm using the pickups in this are not Wolfgang pickups, or not PV pickups. They're both PRS pickups. The bridge is a vintage treble and the neck is a vintage bass. And you can probably see it just, I'm going to try to see it's so hard to point backwards. Okay, so that way, see that guitar back beside the acoustic? Okay, you know what I'm trying to say. Back there. Behind me. Over. I can't do it. You can see the guitar. See the guitar beside the acoustic guitar, that's a PRS. So these pickups were on that guitar when PRS sent it to me. And they knew that I was more of the rock guy, and they said, I'm not sure if you're going to like the vintage bass and vintage treble, so we're going to hook you up with Mark Tremonti pickups. So they put the Tremonti pickups in that guitar, nice, beautiful pickups. And so they let me keep these ones too. They sent me the guitar in the case and let me keep these pickups. And I didn't want to sell them. I figured, well, let's repurpose them someday. Now, sadly, I damaged this guitar greatly by putting them in this guitar, because I had to really route out the cavity to fit these things. So what I plan on doing in a while, I do like the sound of these pickups. Surprisingly, they sound really good with this Wampler pedal. But I'm going to take them out. I'm going to put in the EVH Wolfgang pickups, the chrome covered ones, and I think it'll look really nice on here. But the guitar plays pretty good. This guitar's been with me forever. I actually traded Junior there for a little while. It was his guitar, and I traded him. He traded me for one of his guitars, and I traded them back. So I've got it back, and they're all going to be his guitars someday anyway. So it's just temporarily in my possession. So I'm going to just answer a couple more questions here, and that's going to be it for me for playing, because I'm literally dying of sweating here. But it's good. This was fun. Let me see here. So we were talking about the tips for the show, for the concert tomorrow, the practice, I mean. Steve Anderson, hey, Bruce, man. Alberta says, thank you all for the comments. And yeah, we're talking about the email for the 5150 guitar. Quentin James. Era Z says, is this any tech or music tech? I don't think it's really too much of a tech channel. Music tech, I guess, a little bit. Sometimes we get into this. This is kind of what started the channel years ago, was doing the product reviews and demos and things like that. Worked into some live jams, and then it eventually turned into a talk show. But one of the reasons why I changed the name into EVH Gear TV as opposed to the old name, there's a lot of discussion on the show, and I think the discussion is the nucleus of the show when we have guests on and have conversations with them. But there's a lot of extras too that don't fall into discussion. It's gear demos, live jams, updates from wherever. So that was kind of the branding change there too. So a little bit of tech, a little bit of everything. I hope you like it there, Era Z. Hopefully, hey, Robert Baker's jumping in. Let me see here. So Bruce says, Steve, I say we give knuckle sandwiches to speed up the mailing of the EVH 5150 guitar. And says mid-July. Steve Anderson says, I'm moving back to Ohio. You're moving back, eh? Okay, cool. Tactical Six String, hey buddy, good to see you. And you know what, Tactical Six String. We were talking last week or whatever about that nasty pizza burn I gave myself with the pizza oven. It's getting better. See that on the arm there? I'm almost to the point of pain-free, looking good. Going to be another scar to add to my collection, but that's getting better. He was kind of making a joke about when he had a pizza place. I think it was you saying that the first pizza burn was the right badge of honor, and I burnt myself with a 450-degree pizza stone in the kitchen. It wasn't a comfortable thing. Let me see here. Alberta 5150 says, hey Eric, one more question. If you were to mic up a Fender Hot Rod Deluxe amp for SRV tones, center cone or off center, I've always been a guy right on the middle of the cone, and what I have back on my amp right now, I have two mics back there. I'll try to jump out of the way if you can see it. Try my best. You can see two mics back there. What I'm using, I used to use an alternative to an SM57, and that's probably going to be a nice mic for you. I mean, most places have those. Almost everybody has one in their bag. But I like a mic from PV that's, in my opinion, a nicer, not so shrill sounding mic for guitar amps. It's called a PVM 45i. Look that up on eBay. It's about the only place you're going to find it, or your Craigslist or whatever you have over there in the States. It's probably an affordable mic. Probably you can pick one up used for $45-50. And it's a really nice, warm, mid-range tone for guitars. I would stick it right on the cone if you can. What I'm doing here is I'm using two mics. When you're hearing me tonight, you're actually hearing a left mic. So I've got one channel is the PV45i, and the right channel is the same mic I'm speaking through here right now is the Rode NT1, and completely different mics. One is a condenser, one is a dynamic, meaning one has to have phantom power. And I'm not sure which one is which right now. I think the one on the right channel is the Rode. Let's have a look and see. Let's have a look, Matt. Let's turn off the left one. I'm almost positive that is the Rode, and I'll roll this one back and I'll take the other one off. Probably hearing a lot of mono right now, but we should be back. I'm actually liking how this guitar is sounding tonight. I don't play this one very often. It's kind of fun, kind of neat. Except I tend to roll the high E string off the neck a lot, and I pinch it. And I used to pinch it in the pickups, but you just have to take the neck off once in a while, loosen it a little bit, and give it a shift, and you're all good. Yeah, so there we go. So Robert, thanks for jumping in as well too, buddy. What did I miss here? So there you go on the microphone. Robert Baker saying hi there, everyone. And yeah, I'm just gonna wrap this up here. I'm literally dying. I'm sweating like crazy. I think I might have lost a pound or two in here. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go grab, I'm going to do one last song, and let's see if I can even find it. This is a song I haven't finished yet, and this one's fun. This one's very fun and slinky. Let me grab the Purple Wolfgang back there, because you guys always watch me play that one. Let me try to find this real quick. So here is, hang on, this says version 2, so this might be it. You've heard me, a couple of you have heard me play this, but don't play it often. Here it goes. Okay, so let me go grab another guitar for that one, and then I'm going to wrap it up with that, all right? And it's absolutely amazing the amount of volume I just heard come out of this guitar compared to the PRS pickups. Holy cow. Oh, there's my baby. This guitar. All right, last song for you. This is a new one I'm working on, and I'm going to let you guys go. And thank you so much for spending way too much time with me on Saturday evening. Here we go. there you go. I am really tired. I'm really tired. Let me see here. I hope you liked that one, Robert. Constance says, great, thank you. Operator 5150, I'll check it out. Thanks. Armando's Guitars, I know you said you logged on late. Go back and watch this one. It was a lot of fun. I was just basically tonight, really, I logged on to do a demo on this pedal here. Absolutely love this pedal. And sadly, I'm going to have to give it a couple kisses and bid it bon voyage because I'm going to give it away as a prize. And that's why it's here. I'm doing a demo on it. I'm going to give it away. So let's go back to my screen here. Thank you, everyone. 22 people still watching. It's great. We had a lot of fun with you tonight. And we'll look forward to seeing you real soon. To come back next Friday, I have Dan Alvarez, producer, engineer, everything. He's working very closely. He's worked with Jason Becker on most of his albums, producing his new one as well, too. Coming up in the very, very near future, within the next couple weeks, actually in August, I've got Pixie Licks coming on the show. I've got Mike Palermo from Mike's Guitars, a whole bunch of great people coming on. Jake Morelli from Bruno Mars and Ed Sheeran. He's going to be on the show with me as well, and he's also endorsing the same product that I am, the products, working with the two of us, a couple of the current artists right now, working with Idea Bench, Strymon, and Peddle Snake, with the board that we're working on and that whole cable pedal management system. So he's going to be coming on the show. I've got Robert Cunningham coming back into Dario. A lot of other surprise guests coming up as well too. So good stuff coming, and it's the schedule is remaining full. So it's all because of you guys. You know, you come back and the people see that there's people on the show watching. Obviously, they want to come on the show and speak to you. So thank you so much. And JD Prime 109 says, I so want one of those stripe guitars. Yeah, that back white one back there. I'm telling you, man, it just played great tonight. I was totally feeling the zone with that guitar. And as any guitar player here in the chat will tell you, when you're in the zone with the guitar, you just stay with it. But I wanted to pick this one up just to give it some love too, because this is still, I gotta say, this is still my main guitar. It's been totally hot rodded, and I love it. And it weighs a ton too. It feels like a Les Paul. It's crazy. It's nice. So Bruce says, thanks to the jam, EVHQ TV, Erica, and you and the show rock. Les Bellin says, see everyone rock on. I'm going to turn it over to the cute little man. He's going to tell us what he's playing, what his name is, and he's going to take us out of here with the credits. And thank you so much. This was a lot of fun. I think I'm somewhere at around an hour and 45 minutes, and you guys hung in there the whole time. No one took off, so that's great. And Constance says, excited to see Mark Slaughter this fall. He's got some great tour dates lined up. Speaking of which, I was really nice. I went to the EMP's, Dave Ellison's record label, EMP label group, and saw that right on the top of the page they posted my interview with Mark Slaughter. So I was really tickled pink when I saw that. So probably brought a few other subscribers over here, which is nice. So, and Mark was very cool. He's going to come back on the show again sometime, and probably towards the fall or maybe winter. We'll see. So everyone, thank you so much for the kind words and support in the chat. I had fun playing for you tonight, and I think I did better because of you guys and girls in the chat. So thank you so very much. We'll talk to you real soon. Tell your friends about the channel. If you have any guitar player friends you think might like this channel, I'd be eternally grateful if you send them over this way. And I work very hard to earn their return visits and your return visits. So anything you'd like to see me do better, please let me know. And I'd be more than glad to try to work that in. All right. We will see. Thanks a lot, Curtis Mahalo. Great show. Mahalo, Eric. Curtis Murata, I should say. Thank you very much, everyone. You guys are totally rocking. The reason why I get up and do this every day. See you real soon. Cheers. Take two. And cheers.
My name is Eric, and I'm playing Wolfgang guitar.
Video production services provided by Design 39 Media. Visit design39media.com for all your website, photography, and video production needs.